someone is coming in straight live from Sweden. We have Hilda Amaral. Hilda is Portuguese, natural bodybuilding, World Natural Bodybuilding Federation president, nutritionist, and personal trainer.
Hi
Hello.
everyone. Hello Carla. How are you?
Hi, Hilda. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you, on Instagram, she has her workouts and everything, and it's like her body is amazing. And so for years now, I have been looking at her and thinking, how can I be her? So, Hilda, right here, right now, talking to you, how can we be you?
Okay, first thing, don't be me, be yourself. So let me just
Okay.
move my cat out of the way. The thing is, like, I mean, in wrapping it up, like what our other guest was talking about, it's basically everyone has their needs, right? So even when I'm talking with my clients, it's making a sustainable workout and diet plan that fits their needs. So when you say, "Oh, I want to be you," it's like, if you're going to be me, maybe your schedule is different, your lifestyle is different, your diet needs are different. So
Right.
you're never going to be me. So that's kind of like sometimes what I say to my clients, that sometimes it's complicated because it's not, you're not going to do my workout plan, you're not going to do my diet plan, you need to do your
Right.
own. So let's fabricate something that works for you. So that's
Which is
the thing.
perfect. So, yeah, because I would like to ask, how do we get started with working out?
Hmm. Well, let's just say, because I'm doing that myself right now. Last year was a complicated year for the majority of people. We all know that COVID times made a lot of people step back on their fitness journey. Even professionals, it was very complicated because gyms were closed. So it was very complicated for us to be in the shape that we were before.
Right.
So myself, I'm kind of started again. So sometimes it's very complicated to keep track. So again, that's what I do to my clients, is we need to prepare in advance. So if you have a goal, if you are starting again, you need to have at least two things that you need to have in consideration. One, it's what the other guests were saying. It's like uh, you have to think on conscious eating, making a diet plan in advance, and actually starting that diet plan maybe before you starting working out, because you need to prepare your body to actually um, train, because physically training is demanding for your body. So if you don't have the energy, if your body is not ready in terms of nutrition, you are going to get tired very easily, you can get injury very easily. And not to say the mental part, that if you're drained your energy too quick doing your workouts, maybe the next day you'll not be able to continue because you're like, oh, I'm tired. So nutrition is a big part of having a workout plan, going perfectly. So that's my first tip. It's like, make a diet plan that is sustainable for you,
Mm-hmm.
regarding your diet needs, if you have any healthcare issue. So that is very important, because, or even your diet, if you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, if you like to eat meat, or if you're doing keto, it's like you need to do something that you know that you're not going to break, right?
Right.
So normally what I do is, like, with my clients, I do some kind of like carb cycling, because
Okay.
everyone likes to eat their carbs once in a while.
Of course, like well, almost all Filipinos
Right?
do. So, how do you carb cycle?
Well, normally it's like we plan the diet needs for, let's say, like, for a week, right? If you need to eat some, like, 1,500 calories or 2,000 per day, then we calculate how much that. This is kind of like math, but I assure that it's very simple, and normally I do that for my clients, so it's not
Yes.
like very hard.
Hmm.
So you just calculate how much that will be per week. And then there are days you can eat a little bit more and days you can eat a little bit less. So it's just kind of like you go, like this. But at the end of the week, you're going to eat the same thing. So this is a little bit like to make a sustainable kind of eating, so you don't binge, It's not like you're going to do 4 or 5 days or 6 or 1 month eating
Mm.
super low, right? Because then you start to be hungry and more easily you're
Okay.
going to have the need to binge on carbs, right? We see some people that stay so long in a diet, they're like, you know what, I cannot take this anymore. And then cakes, 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 cakes.
So they say that carbs are like the first thing. Is it supposed to be? Is Would you consider carbs the healthiest way to lose the fat? I mean, what are carbs anyways in our body? What is it for?
Mhm. Well, carbs are it's the major source of energy that we
Okay.
can get, and it also feeds our brain. So it's like when people think that carbs are, the bad guy here, it's kind of like it's not that. Our body needs a little bit of everything. So you just need to have it balanced, and you need to know what kind of carbs, because then we have carbs that are not as good as
Hmm.
some like simple like processed foods basically. So I mean like
Yes.
donuts
Okay.
and cakes and so we should avoid, like some other guests were saying, that we should avoid some foods there are a lot of processed, that there's a lot of ingredients on it. I'm not saying like
Mm.
you do it at home, right? You're baking or you're making the food at home, but more like getting food out of the supermarket that it's already
Yeah.
baked. We don't know the ingredients that it's there. So, like for example, I give a lot of my clients, for example, pancakes, but the pancakes they use like ingredients from the source, right? So you don't have a lot of like you control the portions, you control what you put in.
Okay.
It's totally different. So you're not you eat what you should eat.
Hmm.
You don't feel that hungry, and you still going to the goal that you put on it. So in this situation, your fitness goal. So that's
So
kind
my
of like
takeaway, right? So
yeah.
my takeaway for this one is, first off, when you're starting working out, we have to consider what we're eating. So nutrition, as you're saying, is the most important thing to consider. So in terms of nutrition, then we have to make sure that we have the proper mindset as well as to what we're eating. So conscious eating is like also in relation to what Natalie mentioned earlier. Um, what would your favorite cheat diet be? I've been wondering.
Um, to be honest, and then, like I said before, here in this
Mm.
house we love pancakes.
Pancakes,
Because
really,
yeah,
with syrup. Is it with maple
um,
syrup and butter?
we normally no butter. We normally don't. Well, it depends, but we try to go more for like some kind of foods that we like more. For example, with honey, but again, just a little, and then we put more like fruits, berries. To have the
Mm,
antioxidants as well, but the
right.
pancakes as well, we do like protein pancakes, so it helps for us to also have that extra protein that we need
Oh,
like on the diet plan. So that's basically our cheat day. We just put like instead of eating one pancake, maybe we eat like two or three.
so what do you do for your clients? You create as well a menu for them. Do you create a
Yeah.
diet plan for them and then the exercises as well? So you can find Hilda, actually, ladies and gentlemen. You can find her at eatplayheal.com, wherein she can train you and help you lead the way to a healthy and very sustainable lifestyle. Of course, what else would you like to share with everyone? Maybe if there's some other tips that you might want to tell them.
Yeah, because this was regarding only diet, because then we have the
Mm,
other part in terms of exercise that it's the same.
mm,
Like everyone that is starting again with or without a trainer, you need to start slowly. When I mean slowly, it doesn't mean that um, you know that you're doing things slowly, but I'm saying like if you don't need if you cannot go like every day to the gym, it's better if you go once in a while to get your body used to. Because if someone stayed for too long not doing exercise, your body needs time to actually be prepared, especially your joints, even your motivation. It's kind of like it's a slow process, because if you start right away doing a lot of like heavy weight, a lot of like high intensity classes, and you are going to get maybe you're prone to more injuries,
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get tired very easily, and that's going to happen like again, like you stay like 3 days high energy, and on the fourth you already don't have that energy. So it's kind of like I see some people that they have the motivation to do it, but they lack the planning. That the planning
Mm-hmm.
is the most important thing. So it's like start easy, slow but steady. It's better for you to do like 3, 4 times a week maximum than actually doing every day. Because also the more you work out, the more you need to eat to balance your energy levels. So I mean, it's like you need to, like almost everything on your life, if you have a fitness
Right.
goal, you need to prepare for it in advance. So see what kind of exercise you like to do. This is the first thing also that you need to do, like your diet,
Mm-hmm.
the food you like to eat. Also do the exercise you like to do, because if you're doing something that you don't like, you are more prone to give up. So it's like make it
What's your favorite
sustainable.
exercise?
Oh my God, I have a lot of things that are my favorite. But to be honest, I love, I will just say like doing monkey stuff. And when I say, let me explain, because I
Monkey.
come from, yes, I did a lot of like obstacle course races, right?
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's like a lot of complete. So we just run, we hang on monkey bars, we climb stuff. So it's basically like it's the most near of being a child, and it makes me happy doing that because you don't feel like it's a workout. And since you have so many things at the same time, it's not just like do lifting heavy stuff, because we
Yes.
also do like getting the sandbags.
And then you also
So,
crawl and all, so it's just
well,
really different,
exactly.
simultaneous. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like that's very fun. So that's actually it's my favorite thing to do. But I love to do a lot of things like yoga, lifting weights, high intensity classes, spinning classes. So I like to do everything.
But that's all of those. But you also do weightlifting, right? So when do you know if you need to lift weights or just do cardio? How
Mhm.
does that work? Where do
That's actually very,
how do we
very
define
good.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Sometimes people think, for example, to lose weight, you need to do a lot of cardio, but in fact, what burns actually more energy is lifting weights in somehow. Because what makes you moving and stacking your energy is having muscle. If you're actually burning a lot of muscle, you normally get tired more easily. So you need to have a balance. You need to also lift weights and
Hmm.
do cardio, to work those muscles as well, especially
All
your
right.
heart. But it's
Yeah.
like
So
having a balance between both.
now, of course, if you would like to, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to know more about how to get started, Hilda is at eatplayheal.com, so you can just find her out there. And thank you so much, Hilda. We're gonna see you in a little while. So
Thank
we have
you.
learned a lot, and we have to start out right. So start out by planning perfectly, planning it out right.
Exactly.
Okay.